Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So this is going to be the first episode of my new podcast called the DL Podcast, or the Download Podcast. I am so excited to be your host for this. I have been wanting to do this podcast since I started YouTube, and it was one of my goals, and here we are now. So I just want to say thank you for being here. If you are new here, which of course you are, because everyone's new here, including myself, make sure to hit the subscribe button and click the notification button so you know every single time when I post something. With that being said, let's get into it. Starting off, I want to talk a bit about who I am. For people who don't know me, my name is Xander. I originally started off as a TikToker, but we kind of have always posted on YouTube and Instagram and things like that, you know. I kind of am a jack of all trades. I like to think of myself as like a wannabe Emma Chamberlain. Like, I kind of just do everything, you know what I mean? But a bit about me is I am 19 right now. I live in Canada, British Columbia. I have worked a lot of jobs such as cashier, barista, heavy-duty mechanic, a cobbler, which means fixing shoes, and working at a grocery store. I've done a lot of things, and I did go to college for being a heavy-duty mechanic, but you know what? Not my cup of tea, not my thing. We'll get into that during a different moment. But yeah, that's me. I have a few siblings. I live in a small town with less than 300 people. This is my passion. Talking to a camera is my passion. Our first topic today is going to be creepy people on the internet. Now, I've been on the internet basically my whole life, you know what I mean? Like, I've been using the internet my whole life. I should clarify, but for the past year and a half, almost 2 years, I've been posting like avidly on social media across literally almost all social media platforms. So of course I've gotten like a fair share of comments. I don't think that comment sections are necessarily like that creepy, because you're kind of putting yourself out there to get judged by people, or you know, it's like people can say whatever they want. You can't let a comment define you. What I think is creepy is people messaging you. Now, this doesn't just like random people. I've had really insane interactions in DMs of like DMs on Instagram. I've gotten DMs from people who are I'm just gonna like, I don't even know how to say this. I'm just gonna like tell you literally what somebody said to me. So when I turned 18, someone who was, I think, literally like almost the day I turned 18, so somebody said, and this person has like a decent amount of followers, this person said, I feel weird even saying this. Oh my gosh. I feel so like creepy talking to you. Like, I feel so like weird talking to you. I'm like, maybe you shouldn't be talking to me then. Like, if you think it's a weird thing, maybe you shouldn't be talking to me. I literally, you guys, I had to cut that. Like, I'm gonna start like crying. Like, I don't even know what to say. Oh my gosh. Y'all, like, it's gonna be hard for me to be getting vulnerable in here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's gonna be hard for me to getting like vulnerable in here. Like, this is like things that I don't talk about on my main YouTube channel, because it's just like, I'm literally like I'm not scared. It's just I feel weird, kind of like, you know, like getting into those things. I don't want to make someone look bad, even if they did a bad thing. Okay, continuing the topic of people being weird on the internet, I've gotten really weird messages. I've gotten death threats. I've gotten all that kind of stuff. But it's like, it's never things like that get to me. It's always people like it's like, it's when people like go for things that they know are gonna hurt you. It's like, I've talked about my insecurities before on my YouTube channel. It's like, but once like it gets to that point, like when someone is just like saying something to hurt you, it's like, why do you even care that much? Like, literally, why do you care? Like, at that point, it's like, it's giving fan behavior. It's literally giving, I am a fan of you. Like, you watched the video to know what I'm insecure about, so why are you commenting that? Okay, we're gonna move on from this, because I feel like I'm just, y'all asked me to talk about this, but like, I feel like this is a little close to home for the moment, so we're gonna skip that. The way that you guys are asking me these questions is you're using my Instagram broadcast channel, which is in my Instagram bio. Now, I'm gonna be naming names on this for people who ask the questions, so let's get to it. Carter asks, dating tips. Okay, so I don't really have any dating tips, because I've never really, you know, but I really do think when it comes to a healthy relationship or dating, it's more so how you feel about the relationship. I think like you just want to be with someone that makes you feel good about yourself and you make them feel good about themselves. I think it's really, a lot of the time should be 50-50, but of course it's not always going to be 50-50. I think that you should be in it for the right reasons. I really think if you're in a relationship because you're dependent on that person, it's not a good thing. Like I really don't believe in relationships where a person is dependent on somebody. I know there is some that it's like that because they don't have another choice. But to me, in my mind, I think that is a very, very sad life, a very sad relationship. I just feel like both people deserve better, you know? I think if you know what you want, and if you know what you want, you should just go for it. That's a dating tip that I think is very helpful. Okay. The person that never dates, giving dating advice. Here we are, but you asked for it, so I'm going to give you it. Another advice I would give is, if you are not wanting to be in a relationship, don't be in a relationship. I think you gotta love yourself at least 99% before you're in a relationship. Or even in like a committed, maybe even a friendship. Is that okay to say? Like even a friendship, I think you really gotta like know yourself to have friendships that work. Or even relationships, like you just gotta know yourself enough to know what you want. And I think, like for me, honestly, I think that's the reason I don't have a lot of friendships. Like I have friendships, but I just feel like that's a part of the reason I don't have a lot of friendships is because I don't know myself that well. Like I'm 19, I'm still figuring stuff out. And I think that's why in high school I had such like rocky relationships, you know? Like really rocky relationships with lots of different friend groups. I went through probably 5 friend groups in high school, and each friend group was like a completely different genre of like, how do I say it? It's like country people, city people, this, like, you know what I mean? Like different genre of people. Like you really have to figure out what you are into, I guess, per se. So just like try to know yourself. I think that's another tip. I'm gonna give you one more. I think another good thing would be for dating is don't date somebody just because you think that they are attractive, honestly. Like maybe don't even go on the date if you just think they're attractive. If that's it. I think, okay, maybe this is just me, but if I'm gonna go on a date with somebody, I really think that I gotta like get to know that person before. I don't know, it's just like a blind date, or like, I don't know. I feel like that kind of plays into dating apps, you guys. That's a whole nother thing. Dating apps. Don't use them. I can go into that if you want to. Just let me know, but I don't like dating apps. No go. Somebody asked me how many people have I kissed. 3? Maybe 4, maybe I'm forgetting one, but I think just 3. I have kissed 3 people. That is it. I think that's literally all there is to that question. Not going any further into that. Okay, another person asked, have you ever had any influencer beef? You know what? There's never been any like beef like on the internet that is like direct towards me, but I've definitely felt like I've been singled out by certain people. And how do I explain this? I'm gonna like explain this in a way where I don't have to name names or literally anything like that. But there was this one person who, friend of a friend, blah 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 blah. I've never met this person in real life, but I feel like this person specifically told people to like not screw with me, and I don't know why. Like I literally didn't even do anything, literally nothing, but I just feel like I in my opinion, I didn't do anything. I said nothing about no one, literally did nothing. But you know what, it is what it is. I quite literally don't care. I mean, I care enough to talk about it, so I guess I do care. But I just feel like a little bit like, like, girl, like, what's your deal? Enough of that. Somebody asked, what is your pet peeve? Now, I've said this before on my old question videos on my main channel, but one of my pet peeves is people who undermine things that you like. Like, you'll say something that you like, and then they'll be like, oh, like, that's like this and this and this, like, it's not good enough. Like, nothing you like is good enough, or just like, you're not interesting enough. Like, say that I liked a movie, and this person would just say, like, oh, well, this movie's better. Like, have you not seen, like, why would you like that movie? I just feel like you gotta be like, oh, yeah, like, that's cool. Like, I value your opinion on that. Like, that is really interesting. You know what I mean? I just think everybody's opinion matters to some extent. I think you gotta really respect people's opinions, unless it's something crazy. Oh my gosh. I'm getting passionate when I'm spitting everywhere. No, unless it's something crazy, like, I just feel like you should try to respect other people's opinions. Not that I always have, honestly. Like, I'm not perfect, but it just feels bad when you're not listened to or not respected. You know? Like, it sucks. It's never a good feeling. Somebody asked, what is your opinion on the block button? My opinion on the block button is hit it. Hit that thing. Like, the block button's there for a reason. If you're feeling like there's a point to hit the block button, I really do think you gotta hit it. Like, if it's just someone you met on social media and you don't know this person in real life, even if you don't know them in real life, I just feel like it's kind of different. I'll talk about why. But if you know this person only on social media and you hit the block button, do you really even need to discuss it? Like, if you don't have an emotional attachment, like, doesn't matter. But if you know them in real life, I feel like sometimes they deserve an explanation depending on, like, the reason why. I just feel like it's kind of respectable for you to just say. It's totally up to you, though. Like, for me, if I was gonna block someone and I know them in real life and, like, we're kind of friends, maybe, I'd be like, I'm just blocking you for this reason, because I respect you still. But I've never done that. I just hit the block button because I guess if I blocked you, we had a reason to block you. I don't know. Okay. This is another one. This one hits close to home for me. Hitting the unfollow button but leaving me as a follower, or like, say someone that your friend mutuals with unfollows, like, you, but you are still following them. Like, they leave you following them. That is the shadiest thing ever. Like, who do you think you are? You're like, what? Please, like, come on. Who do you think you are? Honestly. If you're doing that, honestly, like, you need help. You suck. I'm trying so hard right now to not say anything mean, but, like, I've done this once or twice before to someone that I purposely, like, didn't like, so that would see that and be like, oh no, that happened. And I know that's the reason lots of people out there do it too, but it just sucks. Like, it sucks. I'm not saying I've never done any of this stuff. I'm just saying, like, it sucks. Like, it really does suck. So if you're gonna unfollow someone, remove them as a follower. Be respectable. Come on. Hashtag rude. Someone asked my opinion on the website that is constantly posting about me. I'm gonna tell you my evolved opinion on this, because honestly, it gets bored where I live. It's a small town. Like, I be reading that shit like it's a gossip magazine, okay? Okay? Like, I don't care. You wanna post about my feet? That gets you off? Goodbye, good on ya. Whew, yeah. If that's what works for you, you do you. Okay? I'm not gonna judge you. I honestly feel a little bit flattered. There's some things on there that I'm like, really, like, there's a picture of me sitting on a toy train, and that's on like a website, and that's gossip worthy, or tug worthy, to say the least. But, like, I'm sorry, come on, like, really? There's a line on that website that gets me every single time. Does anybody have anything on Xander Sim? Please. I can't. Somebody asked, what is the worst social media? The worst social media, in my opinion, is Snapchat. I used to really like Snapchat when I was a kid, like in high school. I loved Snapchat because I feel like I had lots of friends, but now I just don't have any like friends, so I don't have anyone to Snapchat with. So it's like I just don't like it for that reason. So maybe I'm a little bit biased and sassy because I don't have anyone to snap, but it's just like, it used to be so much fun. Maybe times have changed. Maybe I'm just an old person now. I don't know. My brother told me the other day, you're 20, you need to, or you're 19, you're almost 20, you need to move out. So maybe he's right. Maybe I need to just move out. Wow, that was a dump right there, you guys. I'm sorry, that was like a trauma dump about me hating Snapchat. Snapchat, we do love you, okay? You are loved. You are loved. Just not by me. Somebody asked me, what inspires me? I'll tell you right now what inspires me. What inspires me is a scoop of pre-workout and watching edits on TikTok. Edits of my favorite influencers, actors, celebrities. Just, that sounds absolutely insane. Like, insane. That sounds actually goddamn insane. But you know what? I can't get enough of it, you guys. I can't get enough of it. Like, I'm just gonna show you one without audio because I don't want to get in trouble. But like, look at this. This is just like, I watch this while I work out on the treadmill. It's just like an edit of Gossip Girl, but it's like this with like some boss like audio. Like, you cannot tell me it's not like, what's the word, empowering. I feel empowered watching Gossip Girl edits, you guys. I feel empowered watching Gossip Girl edits, okay? I feel empowered. I feel so empowered watching my Gossip Girl edits with my yerba mate and my water, my ice water. What celebrity do you think you could fight and win in the boxing ring? I feel like I could win in a fight against... Timothy Chalamet. I just feel like maybe we have the same build. Maybe he's a little bit skinnier than me, or just like more buff or something. I don't know. Like, I'm not very fit, so he could definitely... you know what? I don't know. I feel like it might be a 50-50 chance. We'll settle it in the ring, okay, Timothy? Okay, this is just something that I wanted to talk about myself, and I'm bringing this up. So in my YouTube videos, like my vlogs on my main channel, I feel like there's a lot of like, not Easter eggs. I don't know. I don't want to say that because I'm not Taylor Swift, but I guess they're Easter eggs. Okay, so like, people who get my sense of humor, like, understand the things I'm saying. Like, if you don't have a sense of humor and you watch my videos, I feel like it's kind of just boring, maybe. Like, my grandpa will watch it and he'll be like, oh, I don't understand this. But like, if you're younger, my age, maybe a few years younger, you'd understand the jokes that I'm saying, and people are like, oh, like, this is really funny, you know? Oh, no, that's gross, that's icky. I'm not calling myself funny, I'm just saying, like, you need to understand the jokes to like my videos. Ugh, I feel like I'm unlikable. Oh my god. I'm all over the map today, you guys. I just got back from an evacuation. I've been gone for 2 weeks. Literally a month, almost. Like, this was supposed to be posted and recorded. Was supposed to be recorded a month ago. I'm done, like, maybe, you know what, I'm gonna be generous, say even 3 months ago this was supposed to be done. But I haven't been home. I've been literally sharing a room with my brother and sister at my grandparents' house with limited internet, limited water. That sounds bad, but honestly, it was like a nice vacation off work and everything. It was really good. I got to also decide where I want to go next, and just all that kind of stuff. Like, I'm really figuring out a lot of things. I've forgiven a lot of people. I'm friends with people that I used to be friends with. I feel a lot better, you know, with a lot of things. So that happened. I feel like that was like the universe telling me things are going back to how they're supposed to be. I feel out of place a little bit just because I haven't been home in a while. So someone also asked me what my long-term goal is. My long-term goal is to work as a YouTuber full-time. I want to be a social media person I just want to work and do social media or something with like production. I really like talking to a camera or even editing my own videos. I've been told actually recently, like, you should do some sort of thing where you edit like TV shows or radio or like something like that. But I think that I like editing my content, like making something for myself, because I feel like these videos are kind of like a time capsule for myself a little bit. Because I feel like when I'm older, I can look back on this and be like, you know what, you were a pretty cool teenager. So that's that. But I do want to travel and do my vlogs full time. That is my dream. That is my plan. And I'm really putting like my all into this, you guys. Like, I had a pretty stable job where I was making, I would say, enough to kind of support myself, but I kind of gave that up to keep doing this because I had no time to do that. Like, when I say I had no time, I really had no time. Like, it was like nada. Like, there was 0 extra minutes. So I kind of just gave up on that, and I'm giving my all to this, but I am still working. Like, I'm working at a grocery store right now. And you know what? I actually kind of like it. I like the people I work with. I like everything that I'm doing there. And I just feel like it gives me something to take my mind off this during the day. Like, I do this all night, you guys. Like, I stay up very, very late, like editing and like recording things. And I wouldn't have it any other way. I really enjoy it. So it's okay, I guess. I have nothing to complain about. Do I believe in manifesting? Someone asked me. I do. I 100, I guess I infinity believe in manifesting. I think that it's real. You know, I've heard a lot of people tell me it's real. And I tried it. I'm gonna give you an example. While I was on evacuation at my grandparents' house, I have a journal that I write in almost every night. Sometimes once a week, you know, like, it's not like an often thing, but I do it quite a bit. And I write down like my hopes and dreams, how I felt that day, my like emotions, what I'm going through in that time, just to kind of get it out of my head, you know. And I had wrote down like what I was thinking for that day, and I was talking about how I want a digital camera, how I want one of these. Now, this camera is expensive. It's out of my budget. Like, I don't make a lot of money, so I didn't have enough money for this, right? It's $500. And I was with my grandparents in town, and I was looking on Marketplace, and I saw this camera for $20. I thought, okay, well, this must be in Calgary or far away. To be clear, I live like 8 or 9 hours away from Calgary. But like, this was $20, so I was like, oh my goodness, like, I'm gonna message this person and just see if they are gonna answer me. And they answered instantly. I was like, okay, like, what? I was like, I need to go to a bank like right now and get $20. My grandma was like, no, you don't need to go to the bank. Here, I'll just give you the $20. I was like, thank you. I really, really appreciate you. That means like literally the world to me. Like, thank you. And so I messaged this person. I was kind of seeming sketchy, like, when I was getting the camera. It was at this like rundown cafe. Rundown, like, when I say rundown, it was like a cafe that closed, and then there was like people like living in the cafe. And it wasn't the people who owned it. It was like a rented out. I don't know how to explain it. It's just to say the least, it was like kind of gross. But anyway, like, this person comes out reeking of cologne. He honestly looked like my uncle a bit. But yeah, no, he gave me the camera, and he was like trying to explain what was wrong with it. It's like, the reason he was selling it for $20, you guys, from $500, is because it didn't have a memory card. I was like, oh my gosh. But whatever, I do believe in manifesting because I got this camera for $20. That's just one example. My stomach is growling, oh my gosh, sorry. But no, that's just one example of manifesting, for me, at least. I feel like my confidence, I manifested to, or I worked up to. I feel like manifesting doesn't just happen. You have to kind of work towards it, you know? Work towards your goal. Like, you can't just pray a mansion into your life. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't just do that. Like, you gotta work too, but I feel like speaking into existence helps a bit. So I hope that's like a good explanation. That's what I think about manifesting. I think that's going to be everything for our first episode of the Down Low podcast, hosted by Xander hosted by me. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I didn't talk about anything too heavy in this one, but I do intend to talk about some really crazy personal things and just stuff like that, whatever you guys ask me, you know, or hot topics that can get a little bit heated. So I look forward to doing that with you guys in the near future. I plan to be posting one of these every 3 days on the same schedule that I post my vlogs. So every 3 days, like Monday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Yeah, Monday, Thursdays, and Saturdays, I think, is when I'm going to be posting these. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this. And if you did, please leave a comment and a like. Maybe a few comments if you can, and hit the subscribe button. Make sure to turn on the notifications so you know when I post. Please let me know in the comment section what you would like me to talk about in the next podcast episode. And make sure to check out my main YouTube channel, SanderSim1, for more vlogs and other type of content. Also check out my Instagram for photos, and check out my TikTok for fun little videos and lives. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Until next time, bye.